So tell me you're the least favorite child without telling me you're the least favorite child.
Whew, all right, here we go. So I am an only child, and I'm sure you're sitting there like, well, Michelle, then how are you the least favorite? Allow me to tell you. My parents divorced when I was 5 years old. My mother didn't even show up to the custody battle. When I was 8 years old, my father remarried, and she had a daughter around the same age as me. Can I tell you that I was not a part of her plan? As soon as they got married, that's when the child abuse started. For me, not her daughter. She only kept that for me. And my dad, my blood, my flesh and blood, what did he do? Nothing. He would come home from work and I would have split lips and bruised gums and he said nothing. Now as an adult, I still know some of my old neighbors and they said that they could hear her beating me from their house. I was always made to feel like I was shit. I remember one time I had the flu and I was puking and my stepmom came in the bathroom and hit me so hard I fell on my ass and she said, if you wake your father up, I'm gonna hit you again. Then left me to clean the vomit up by myself. I was always made to feel like I was stupid. None of my artwork, none of my spelling tests, none of that was displayed on the refrigerator like my stepsister. All hers. And now that I'm older, I really realize that fucks with you when you're a child. CPS got involved so many times that my grandparents put their foot down and said, no, she's coming to live with us. My father just let me go. He never helped my grandparents with anything. School books, doctor's appointments, school uniforms, none of it. But he sure did raise my stepsister like she was his own. At the age of 17, I had to go in for emergency surgery because my appendix was about to burst. My father was the only one available, so he's the one that took me to the hospital. And guess what? They took his insurance. My stepmother was livid that he had to actually pay something for his own daughter. Throughout the years, my father did help me financially when I needed it, but it had to be a secret. She couldn't know a thing. To this day, she doesn't know the things that my father has done to help me because she would probably leave him, so we gotta keep it a big secret. You believe that? He couldn't even help his own child. It had to be a secret. Isn't that crazy? Oh, also, when I got older, I had to file bankruptcy, and then I realized that they never actually even paid that hospital bill. Thanks, Dad. As I got older, I thought I was getting over these childhood traumas. But then my ex and I had our son. My stepsister literally told my aunt that she couldn't let me get all the attention, and she went and got knocked up. Now my father treats her children like his grandbabies, and my son like nothing. Even though her children and my son have the same kind of biological relation to my father. But her kids, that's what matters. Seeing him treat my son the exact same way he treated me really brought up some of that childhood trauma. Now at the age of 36, I have chosen to have zero relationship with him. My father comes off as a nice man, and he is, but he's a shit dad. But I can thank him for teaching me how to be the parent I never want to be, and that's just like him. My son will never have to feel the way that my father made me feel. Because my son is my whole world and I truly love him. Remember everybody, actions speak louder than words. So thanks, Dad. And that is how I am the least favorite child.